It's great to be here. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm married. I got married old school to a woman. And tell you, getting married was the best decision I ever made. I'll never forget putting on that wedding ring for the very first time and thinking, I am someone else's problem now. My wife and I have 3 kids, 1 of each. And our youngest little baby, Lucy. This kid has not slept once in her entire life. Isn't it amazing how you can love a kid before it's even born, but not afterwards? My wife is from Germany. So now we were told that my wife primarily speaks German to the kids, and I speak to them primarily in English. They'll eventually learn both languages fluently, which is the way it's worked for our daughters, but our son is now 10 years old and speaks only Dutch. Dutch is a loopy sounding language. It's like German after 9 too many Heinekens or something. Tell you, having bilingual children really makes you appreciate what an exasperating language English must be to learn. For example, every day I'll have the same exact conversation with my son. He'll say, Dad, look what I did do. And I have to explain to him, now Luke, remember in English you never say, look what I did do. It's just, look what I did. Then he dutifully replies, look what I did. And I say, very good. Now what did you do? German, on the other hand, is a great language for cutting somebody down to size. If you've ever been reprimanded in English, have it translated into German, you'll realize how easy you got off. In German, even I love you sounds like we have ways of making you talk. Needless to say, as a comedian married to a German, I sometimes have to go outside the marriage for laughs. Let's face it, there are 2 things Germans will never joke about. Hitler and everything else. Sometimes I like to try out new jokes on my wife, and if she doesn't laugh, I put it in the show. We both work hard, my wife and I. As an American, I work hard so that she doesn't have to, and as a German, she works hard so that Greeks don't have to. Sometimes she'll see me looking at other women and accuse me of comparing her to them, which is ridiculous, because when I look at other women, my wife is the last thing on my mind. Compliments do not come easy to a lot of Germans. For example, even after my best shows, my wife will have very little to say to me in terms of, positive feedback, things of that nature. I used to take it personally, but I've since learned that for Germans, the absence of criticism is the highest form of praise. Like, she was really giving me the stink eye this morning. I slept in a little. And then I start to make myself coffee, even though the kids are still waiting for me to just pour them some cereal. And I had to explain to my wife that just as on the airplane, you first affix your own oxygen mask.